Okay, what we have here is a very rare bird, sort of. I don't know, I'm just making this stuff up as I go along. I mean, it's true, but I'm not writing a script and editing it and thinking about it. This is a USA made Squier. Happened for about a year. I'm not sure exactly why. They were transitioning factories. It's possible, I think maybe one burned down or something like that. Like I just wave off stuff like that. Ah, factory burned down. No big deal. I just sold it for a tiny profit. I found a good price on it, but you know, it's like then you sell it and you've got to pay fees and you've got to charge shipping, so you can only do so much. So I made a couple dollars on it. Could have held out for more by just selling it by now, but I put it up for auction and it went on the first bid about the second or third time around. So the hype on these, of course, is that I think the bodies and the necks were made in the USA on the same machines that were making the USA Strats at the time. Pickups may not be quite the same. I'm putting this through my Fender Super Champ XD, which is like a small tube amp, but it also has modeling for various Fender tube amps and other amps that you might want to emulate. You know, your typical stuff, more or less. You can look up the list on the internet if you want to. I'm gonna probably mostly do this in just sort of Fender-y modes to try to get my typical kind of things I want to do with a Strat. And by the way, I thought as soon as I pulled it up this time, strummed a chord, it's got a nice resonance to it. I have not warmed up. I'm going to be warming up right in front of you. I've attempted to tune in advance, and I have the tuner on here, so hopefully if any problems arise with that, I'll be able to correct them quicker here. I'm talking too much. All right, this is just the straight, clean sound from the Super Champ XD. It's got no modeling added in. That's a nice feature about it, actually. You can just kind of use it straight and maybe run some pedals if you want to. What do I feel like playing? That's the question. With my unwarmed up hand that was broken like 6 months ago, and actually it was the arm, it was actually the elbow to be accurate about it here. It didn't heal. It started to heal and kind of went, never mind. We're going to evacuate that stuff we just fixed. But they have you doing stretching exercises from the beginning. I've done them once today. Hopefully I can play. That, as I knew right away, even though I hadn't looked, was the neck pickup. Now, through one of my other amps, my first impression was that this thing has a ton of treble. Right now, it's sounding pretty warm and rich, with a lot of treble available. Got some twang on the end of it. I can play bluesy, but it's got twang too. Here's a riff I've been working on. Don't steal it. I mean, yeah, it might be a copy of something else from like the 50s anyway. So let's go through the positions with just this clean stuff. Maybe I'll just kind of play over that riff a little bit. So this is position 2 from my perspective, starting with the neck, so neck and middle. More clean. Straight middle. A little bit of noise in the switch there, heard that. I sprayed some deoxit from the outside. It's helping. It was worse. bridge. Me. I'm just recording this on my Samsung S8, which I think is a pretty good microphone for a phone. I got an S22 that's actually my real phone now. Starts distorting as soon as I amplify. Anyway, we'll see how this comes out. Should probably have the phone on the other side. Yeah, we'll see. If you're watching this, it was okay. Ooh, straight up treble. Here we go. That sounds a little thin to me. So let me go into the quote modeling mode here. Let's try to keep about the same level. And I want, looking down at this thing, let's see, that's position 6. So basically the emulation of the same sound we've just been doing. Is position 4. If you're interested in this amp, so that should be a similar sound. But move it up to position 5 to get just a tiny bit. And I think if I crank the gain on that one, I start to get a little bit of that blues. Sound I enjoy there. I can do a little bit more of that. Woo. Actually, that's as much as we get on this channel, but and we can do the same thing with the channels. I guess it's not the nasal quack, it's the straight up quack, because the nasal's like in between, right? Okay. That's really, it's kind of thin, but it's got some people, maybe Albert Collins or something, you know. challenging the broken arm a little bit there. I can feel it in there, but not as bad as it used to be. Getting better all the time. Let's get on a fuller kind of distortion thing. Let's just see if we can kind of go a little David Gilmour or something like that. Okay, that's getting too much, but let's see. Maybe it's not. Let's see, go to the next one. I'm going back to blues. Do I have anything else? Okay, well so all that was kind of this thing pretending to be itself, like emulating blackface amplifiers. And if I go way down here just for fun, it goes to kind of a tweed type thing on settings 1, 2, 3. That's setting 1 already? Setting 1 is already really noisy because it gives it a fat kind of gain. A little louder, as you can tell, just at the same volume level. Beeps it up one level. In terms of gain, it makes it a little quieter, so whoop, compensate. A little extra treble. Actually might be better for that crazy twangy pickup. It's a little muted. We'll see how that comes out. I think I'll stop there. So that's some Stratty tones through a Fender amp, inexpensive Fender amp made in Mexico. The Super Champ XD. I had an X2. It hurt my ears. It had some cool, different sounds. Hurt my ears. Had to get rid of it. Anyway, so this is the USA Squier Stratocaster. Pretty good shape. Little ding over here. It was in the ad. I told them about it. It's sold. It's gone. Bye-bye.